I'm Anastasia Chatzka, a fashion designer with over 20 years of experience and a sewing educator. And I'm really excited you're here to share another sewing adventure with me today. Welcome to Sewing Anastasia, and today I'm going to show you how to sew piping into a seam. Piped seams are so cute, and if you take a look at collars, waistlines, or other seams and details in a garment, you'll start to notice piping in the seams. They're generally on higher end garments, or a lot of times they were used in vintage garments as well. I'm going to be using some piping that I've created, and if you want to know how to create some piping, make sure you check out my video on how to create piping. If you're not already a subscriber to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing and following along on my sewing adventure. I'm now also teaching classes in person and virtually, so if you're interested, make sure you check it out at sewinganastasia.com. Supplies for sewing piping are super easy. You're going to need your all-purpose zipper foot, you're going to need your piping, and you're also going to need your seam or your project that you're putting the piping in. Today, I'm just going to be sewing a little sample, so I'm using a piece of muslin that I'm going to be creating a seam and putting some piping inside of. First thing we're going to do is set up the sewing machine, so grab your all-purpose zipper foot and let's go to the sewing machine. We want to clip our zipper foot on the left-hand side and move our needle position all the way over to the left. Now our machine is set up and we are ready. So the trickiest part about sewing piping is making sure you all have it sandwiched properly. So we want to take the right side of our fabric and put our piping in it and make sure our raw edges are all lined up. Make sure it stays in place. Now we want to take our other piece of fabric, right side face down, make sure everything is nice and lined up. So now that we have this all lined up, you can see when I hold my finger over this that the piping is in there. So now when we're sewing with the zipper foot, we want to make sure that we're sewing really close to the edge of where that piping is. And that's why we're using the zipper foot, so that way we can get super close. And then when we're done sewing, it's going to open up and you're going to see your piping in your seam. So let's sew that piping into the seam. Make sure you back stitch at the beginning of your project, and also make sure that your needle is going in really nice and close to the piping so you can kind of feel this while it's going in. Keep lining it up. When you get to the end of your project, back stitch and cut. We did it. That was so easy. I think I want to start putting more piping in my project. So let's check it out. So this is the inside of the project, and when we open it up, you can see the beautiful piping in the seam. If you have any questions on how to put piping in a seam, leave it down below and I will get back with you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it some applause, and let me know what your favorite part was by leaving it in the comments down below. And where would you use piping in your project? I would also love to know that. If you're not already a subscriber to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you hit the notification bell, and that way you know when all the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing and following me on my sewing adventures. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Pinterest and TikTok and all those fabulous social media websites, so that way we can stay connected and inspiring each other. And I would love to see your projects, so make sure you tag me at Sewing Anastasia in them so I can repost them and share them with everyone else. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!